and sit down.
Again, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and
Mike, it's Scaly Models, not Dave.
Yeah. We think Dave might be on his way home from work, so he could be running a bit late. Not heard nothing at the moment, so I don't want to text him in case he's driving, because he'll get done if he looks at his phone. So Mike's kindly, happily offered to drop in a bit whilst we do the chat and all that. Look, if Dave rocks up, we'll do a bit on the container ship. If he doesn't, we'll do a bit on the bikes. So we've got a multiple choice today, folks. So
Good.
I'm going to have a little looky-loo at the chat to see who's in.
Yeah.
We got, bless me, got Wendy Hickson in saying, hello, Colin. Hope you and Ellen are doing okay. Big hugs even to you both. Yeah, we're doing fine. She's up and about. She's got the hand of goodness all done up to the nines, looking like an Egyptian mummy. But yeah, she's all right. She's having a good old moan because she wants to do stuff that she can't do. So yeah, she's on the mend.
Oh. Dave wants a link, mate.
Oh, does he? Rightio. Just give me a sec. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we meant to reboot the system, wouldn't we? Let's paste that in there. There you go. One link. So yeah, she's getting better. She's having a good old whinge and a good old whine, and yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was a point. I meant to have rebooted my StreamYard and did new codes because Dave had to rewipe his PC, didn't he? So
right.
Yeah, I'll do that afterwards before we do our hangout. I shall log out and then give you all the new code. There he is. Sorry about that, guys. I totally forgot about your codes, Mush. Morgan's disappeared. You're right there, Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
Just drop back, yeah.
All right, mate. No worries. I will sort that out after the stream, Dave, so that we've all got codes again, mate. My bad. I thought you was in traffic. Why didn't you message me, you pilchard?
I just thought I'd see if you would remember.
Oh no, mate! You know, playing games ain't the way, is it? Hey, bloody hell! I go what you like. That's me generally worried, thinking you've had an accident and it's you goofing around, you pilch. Wendy Hickson saying hello to Plastic Monkey. Scaly saying hello to Wendy with you, Jugs. Wendy's also saying Dad hugs. Graham McRoberts saying hello, Wendy and Dad. Mike saying hello to Graham. Oh God, Graham's like me. He doesn't do hugs, but you let off for once. Yeah, I'm not a massive hugger, mate, but they have been known to happen.
Get in and hug.
Yeah, normally it's because people see that I'm unable to get away from them, so they come at me like a nuclear missile across the car park. No names mentioned, but you know, he came at me like an angle like that with the arms out. It was like bloody Superman coming towards me.
Yep.
Graham says, how's the wife doing? Yeah, she's having a bit of a wibble, but she's getting there. The pain's kicking in now, you know what I mean? So she might have had a special Festa cup of tea last night.
Oh dear.
Revenge is sweet. Suffice to say, she slept for 10 hours.
Oh, did we put double helpings in, did we?
Yeah, I did her a Mickey, mate. I slipped her a Mickey, mate. Payback all them times. Yeah. So let's take you up. So, shut off 11. So don't worry, love. Just come on, let's go and lay you down. Looked like she'd been gunned down by Elmer Fudd, mate. But no, it did her good. She just slept like a baby. But yes, sharing my painkillers today, bless her, because she's in a lot of pain. But yeah, getting there slowly, as I said. Sorry?
But she's all right, yeah?
Yeah, she's agitated because she's incapacitated with one arm, and the reality of what you need two hands for is dawning, isn't it? And she's not one that likes asking for help because she's a fiercely independent woman. But suffice to say, you know, she'll tap on the door if she needs something, and off I go and do whatever. But it's still, she'll have a go, and she caught her hand yesterday trying to do something, and I said to her, why did you do that? She said, well, I said, can't do that, love. You've got to realise that, there's certain things you can't do. I said, you've got to make me that promise because you've hurt yourself there, haven't you? So, yeah. But anyway, she's lesson learned. Graham says, good, mate. I misspelled a few words. Nothing wrong with that, mate. I misspell all the time. Chris Connerbear's in saying evening. Oh, hello, Chris. How you doing? Chris. Skinny git.
The Apex Whisperer.
Yeah, he is an Apex Whisperer because we may have also not only convinced Dave to buy an Apex this week, but Chris has bought one and all, and he had that satisfaction last night of, and he was like, God, it's balanced so well in the hand and everything. So it's a part of you, isn't it? It's
Yep.
Mine was out in force last night, Dave, painting me Bane blade, so I got clean the airbrush as well. And apparently, as Paul's just about to say there, the UMP now do spares for the Apex. Who'd have thought it?
God, I just threw mine in the bin. I'll have to go and dig it out then.
I sold mine because it was dirty, mate, and I thought I need a new needle tip, and I thought I can't get the bits for it, so I'm going to buy another one. And so. But no. All joking aside, he's now a member of the family. Virtually everyone in the hangout now is an Apex user. How weird's that?
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you used it yet, Dave?
I had a quick go with it last night.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I was just circling about with it.
Yeah,
that's probably about as much as I'm going to do with it at the moment. Just play around with it, and just.
Sorry about that. I inadvertently switched on my ultrasonic cleaner there when I put my tea down. Yeah, carry on.
So I'm just going to get used to it at the moment. I'm not going to use it on anything model-wise. It's just going to be.
Well, I gave that a miss last night, Dave. Look at that. 0.3 to start, 0.5 to finish. Stunning.
I used it for about 10, 15 minutes last night.
Yeah. And that Citadel paint gone through that, and that is known for its slightly cloggy gloopiness, Dad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And I did that during the hangout last night with a face like, I just pumped the neighbour's cat look on my face, you know what I mean? That sort of look, Dad's like, how'd it go? I said, not so much as nothing, just went straight through. Mike saying spares for the Apex, didn't know that. There's me saying I sold mine because it was dirty. I can't read the next one out. Panzer Koenig says, afternoon all. Muse has wandered in, sitting down, and she's grumbling at her text message. Oh, bless her. It's Chris saying hello to Panzer. Virtual hugs from Muse. Muse is, I hate resetting computers. I mean, I have Edge going at the moment because I've got a StreamYard login for all three of us on this browser. Then I've got all the eModel stuff on Chrome, and then I've got all of Mike's stuff on Firefox. So, yeah. Graham Roberts says to Muse, sit back, soak up the sun, and wait while it's here. Yeah. She's got to import her settings. Yeah, she's got opened up Chrome.
Oh, dear. Someone done a rebuild.
Wayne's Model Works is in going, woo, buddy time. Hello, Wayne.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Wayne.
Phil, stroke Paul, stroke new name Gav is in, saying hello. Hope everyone's all right. Me saying hello to Wayne. William Rayburn's in. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day, as do we, mate. That's me saying hello to Gav. See, I remember that one. It's weird, isn't it? I, Dad, Panzer and Cynthia says Paul Lines. Is it? Yeah, Paul Lines. Bobbins 9000 says hello, chaps and chapettes. Hello, Bob. How you doing?
Hello, Bobbins.
Delph Waits in. Hello, Geese.
Yeah.
Does everyone say hello to each other? Max McGinn's in, saying evening, everyone. Got it right, eh? Fuck me, I know. How long's it taken me? That's Dave saying hello. Muse says I'm not the only one resetting. No, Dave had to do his. I had a Windows update the other day that knocked out me webcams and audio as per bloody usual. So yeah.
And me.
So I had to reset all my webcam, my Yeti mic and all of that lot. Good old Windows defaulted back to what it wanted to do.
Yeah.
Of course, I had no audio because I've desoldered all the microphones off the webcam. See, it stops anyone saying, Cole, you're echoing, all microphones must be on, because I know now there's only one that works because all the others are desoldered. It's not me. That's Ice Queen saying hello to Colin and Dave. Oh, I've got to put in Sue's Arts and Roses in. Oh dear, perish the thought.
Oh, you're going to be in a doghouse then.
Yeah. Lee Stevenson's in, so wait till we get you to Warhammer World. Absolutely, mate. I'm looking forward to that. Muse is going, she needed the rest, Cole. Yeah, she did, Muse. She has got on with it. You know, and when she's having a bit of a wibble, I know she's getting better. And not nasty wibbles, because she's not a nasty person, but she's just getting yump with herself. So saying hello to Mike. Andy McClish is in, saying good evening. Hello, Andy. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Oh, Andy.
Andy, not me, and modelling.
No, it's coming under his poosh.
This is the posh one, is it?
Yeah, Chris is saying hello to Andy. Lisa's Craft Station's in, saying afternoon. All afternoon, Lisa. Watched your show last night, love. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Hello,
a
Lisa.
very, very good hostess that she was. Her and Nat were in last night doing the show, and very, very relaxing it was.
Yes.
Lee Stevenson saying afternoon all or evening all. Muse says her printers stopped working as well. Same old issue. Yeah. He's also saying, hey, all again. Hello, Lee.
Hello, Lee.
And Andy's in as himself there as May and Model Works, saying hello to P and Panzer. Lisa says, thank you. No need to thank us, my darling. We need to thank you for just taking the time to entertain us, darling.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Cool, Dave. We've caught up with a chat. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a bit more decaling on the old Ujimicalami Watch'em-a-Flip. On the, what's it called? Container ship. That's the thing.
I'm going to be doing the containers.
Oh, I'll cut you. Let's switch me light on and give it a bit of that. Last week I did all of those decals around the boat with all the water lines and all of that lot. This week I'm doing the reverse side containers with the standard decals, because on the other system, let's just lose the brand for now, wherever it's gone, because on the other screen, let's just bring up where I'm at the moment. I'm doing the custom containers for all you folks' channels, and as you can see, I've started them. There's mine, there's Adam at the Raging Modeler, Art of Scale Model Muse. There's a Festa's banner. We got a Black Rifle Model Works and a Scale Model Vamp. We got Paul over at ISM. We got an E-Models. We got Elgin 35. Oh, look, we got Model Maker Dave's Workshop.
Hey!
We've got Fred's container. We've got Scaly Models' container. Mr. Loft's model making. We got Sergeant Bones, Reese over at RJC. So that, folks, is all your containers.
Getting there, aren't you?
Getting laid out. So I'm in the throes of doing all this artwork over the next few days. So if any of you watching would like your YouTube header on the side of a container, PM me. Or email me at festa67workshop@gmail.com, or put a comment under the video, and I'll go back through and we can sort something out. Or you can put a comment up in the group, whichever you choose. Let's close that down. Paul saying, glad I'm sitting down, just see my bonus, and it's 250 quid more than I was expecting. Now, where's the eModels website? So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do today, is a bit of decaling, Dave, because I can. Sling that on there. Yeah, let's get those off of there. Bench is a bit full today, Cole. Let's move that. And grab a pair of them.
Well, you got your motorbike on the bench there, Cole?
Sorry?
Have you got your motorbike on the bench there?
No, why?
Oh, I was just wondering. You said it's a bit full. Mine's a bit full.
Yeah, someone who's going to remain nameless. Dad.
Dave knows, don't you?
If you remember Monday when I said, oh, yeah, you know, we'll reconvene this next week, and I put all my stuff back in the box and all of that lot. Someone else is sat there in the hangout bloody painting his engine, Dave.
Really?
He's painted it. He's done all the pin washes. Oh, he's a git, isn't he? Cheating old fart that he is. Well,
now, did he do that in one of your other buddy builds?
Yes.
Years ago?
Yes, the Volkswagen Beetle. Funny, you should remember that, Dave. Yeah, he's a serial offender, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he said, I may have done a little work on my bike, Cole. I went, oh, really? What's that then, mate? And he proceeded to show me all of this stuff. And I'm like, you git bag. Or words to that effect, should I say.
Yeah, I can imagine what you said.
Yeah, I might have called him a couple of names, Dave. But
I bet you did.
But all joke aside, it's up to him. If he wants to cheat, it's up to him.
Well, what do you expect from people that have perms?
Oi.
See, I hadn't mentioned it at all. Probably because I'd forgotten.
I haven't.
You brill cream boy.
I'd rather be a brill cream boy than a perm boy.
What do you mean a blue rinse, Paul? It was a perm.
Oh, are they picking on you, Dad?
They're starting to pick on me in chat now, Cole.
Yeah. Keep it coming, folks. He deserves it for the bike.
I'm not going to let you forget that one, Mike.
No. Right.
No, so I had your back there, Dad.
Yeah, well done. I'm just going to do a bit of work on my engine in a minute.
Yeah.
You know your mates are around here, don't you?
That's all right. I won't mention it next week either. Do you know what his excuse was?
Well,
you're a quicker builder than me. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah. Yeah, go on, Dave. Answer. Go on.
he might have heard it from me, but I didn't do no cheating, so.
No.
Sue saying, have you had your hair cut yet, skinny model? No, Sue. If you'd have been in at the beginning, you would have seen that I haven't had it cut yet. Thank you.
Rumour has it you can have another permanent, yeah?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, ponytail boy, but yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
It is. I thought it looked good.
I just had a little scrunch up in my hair at the back. I could get the start of a ponytail in there, you know.
Well, I had to look twice. I thought Willie Nelson had rocked in. You know what I mean?
No, that's Dave.
Yeah, Wild Bill.
Wild Bill Dave.
Yeah, gonna miss that old Wild Bill.
Music saying 70s rock star look, Dad.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Oh, Sue, I'm not picking on you. Oh, get that angry face off you.
Oh God. This is where we didn't tell her about last night then, Mike.
Well, I'm not meant... I think I may have put it in the wrong chat last night that Helen came in the hangout for an hour with us, Carl.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
I think I may have done, but...
Oops.
Yes, you got to see the hand that feeds me sat in the Festa's chair.
Yeah.
And he got to say, "Oh, hello, Mrs. W. So glad to see you again." Oh, he was proper creeping, Dave.
Yeah.
Proper
Oh, what, was it better than me then?
Yeah. Proper phone voice.
Oh, he had his posh voice on, did he?
Oh, yeah. Not true what he says about your love. He says, I said, oh, here he goes.
I was on my best behaviour, Dave, last night. Chris would tell you.
Yeah, and Chris. Chris did his, "Hello, Mrs. W, how are you?"
Yeah. Panzer saying ponytail boy. Sue saying stop picking on me, and Lee Stevenson said grey man bun. Blech. Nah.
Yeah.
I can honestly say my hair hasn't been this long in decades, and it's getting a chop tomorrow.
I can honestly say that my hair hasn't been that long in a long time.
And Sue said, "Oh well, can't have it all." No, that's true, Sue. You can't.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, and then I'm going to Fox's Friday morning.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because he asked me, when are you coming over here? So I said, oh, it'll have to be Friday morning now. Well, I go live on Friday afternoon, so don't forget I go live. I said, no, I'll get there just before you go live, and then I can start my petrol mower and my chainsaw while you are live.
Old D Tomazo saying, "Have I showed off my new raggy?" No, it's got to be edited, mate, and that'll be going up on the channel later. The reveal will be on the channel, mate.
Oh, so this is Raggy 2, is it?
Raggy was out last night on the bench doing Raggy's duty of sitting on the bench whilst I pulled my airbrushes apart, so all the scuzzy paint spills on Raggy. But yeah, I got replacements sent, Dave, by Paul, and I'm going to be doing a video later and putting it up on the channel. Yeah, so Raggy's not got the bottom lip out because Raggy knows he still has a place in my heart.
Oh, poor Raggy.
Yeah, Raggy still does his job at the bench.
No, poor Raggy.
Gav saying, can't get him on my fox hug though when you go. Well, not up to now. I said to him, if I stand in his quarantine box for 2 days, I should be allowed on. But Reese is in saying, how do fellas?
Hello, Reese.
Hello, Reese.
It's one of them, though, Dad, isn't it? You know, we have got a plan A, haven't we, where you might be able to secrete a hug, but we're not going to reveal it in case Fox becomes aware of our ruse.
No. We've got no paint coming out, Dave. Oh, is it a new one, Dave? Oh yeah, when Colin took his Apex out last night to give it a good clean, I took my Apex out and found out that I hadn't cleaned it since the last time I used it.
Yeah, finger of shame. Shame.
Scuzzy git.
I know. My head must have been somewhere else at the time, and I sort of done a bit of backflow on it and cleaned that bit out, but the needle was locked solid.
He came out with a good idea, though, which I was impressed with. He said, "Do you think if I send it back to Paul, he'll clean it for me?"
I think Paul will send it back with a 2-worded message.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you send that back to Paul, I'm sure he'll send it back with a slap of some kind included in the envelope.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Sue was saying Scuzzy Raggy, and hi to Reese, and Panzer saying hi to Reese, and Reese is saying hello to Sue, and Paul saying hi to Reese.
Oh, don't let them upset you, Raggy. You're all right.
Scuzzy Raggy, yeah.
Poor Raggy.
Gav saying, Dad, how are you feeling now that all the owners have crapped themselves and left the Super League? Yeah, our owner put a 2.5-minute apology up on YouTube this morning to all the fans.
Yeah, so they should.
Which I thought was pretty big of him, because I haven't seen any other clubs owners doing that yet. But yeah, it's not over by a long way yet. There's still a lot to go on with it, but at least it's done for now. Hiya, John Paul. John Paul's in.
Hello, John.
Hello, John. How you doing, mate?
Got a new motor. You like that then? See what I've done then, Cole?
I actually thought I'd spoke then. It convinced me it was that good, a Cockney accent, that I thought I had an echo.
Echo.
See what he's doing. He's been like this for days, Dave. He's been very defiant again. Since he got that fish. That psycho has got so much.
Is it really down to the fish, or is it because he's got long hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a long-haired ruffian, isn't he?
Yeah. I hate it. I hate it.
Proper 1970s long-haired yobbo. He's a ruffian.
Gav saying Levy has put an apology letter on the club's website. That's big of him, isn't it?
Yeah, hide behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of it on the BBC's website. All seems to be about the money and not anything else. Or have I got the wrong end of the stick?
No, it's about 350 million quid, mate. That's what it was about. But then
on our forum, on the West Ham forum, it was saying kick them all out, and then it showed a league table of what it would be like if they was all gone. And guess who was top of the league?
Yeah, West Ham.
Yeah, we had a tongue-in-cheek response. Our owners would put a thing out saying we would just like to confirm we don't think it's a good idea. That was it.
Your Carol's in, Colin, saying hi both. Bit late on today. What are you doing?
Hello, Wilma. How you doing, darling?
Hello, Carol.
She says, "What you doing?" I'm putting on decals on the container ship, Wilms. All them lovely, lovely, lovely little multicoloured containers.
And I'm just starting to make my containers multicoloured.
Yeah. And we was having a bit of a wibble about the Super League idea.
Yeah.
Didn't they try something like that a while ago?
Yeah.
Well, no, not as such.
I'm sure something similar has been bandied about years ago.
Well, back in 92, it was that they started all this messing around with the European leagues and what have you, and it just got messy. It's just business to them, isn't it? But to the fans, it's not.
I mean, I look back at all the uproar there was over the Premier League when it was set up, because no disrespect to anything that's going on at the moment, but the Premier League was a breakaway league when it was first muted.
Yeah, your Carol saying the Super League was an awful idea.
Yeah. Crap wheels, wasn't it?
Yeah. Lisa said, catch you later, folks. I've just noticed the time and I need to go and sort out supper. Kiss, kiss.
Yeah, no worries, Lisa. Thank you for coming in, darling. Take care.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And Sue is saying, hi, Carol. Have you started your car yet?
No, I've not bought her it yet, Sue. That's why.
Panzer saying, I did notice the lack of Scottish teams in this Super League. Well, yeah, you would. And Carol saying, no, I haven't got it yet, with a teary eye on it. Mark Shellard saying, afternoon, everyone. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
There you go. It will happen.
Oh, hello, Sue. Oh, God, Sue's on the right one today. Sorry, but I think it's a load of crap, because if the fans hadn't kicked off, you wouldn't have got an apology. They would have just carried on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Football stopped being about the fans years ago. It's a business now.
Yeah.
It's revenue, getting a return on your investment, and that's all it is. You know, I mean, there was quotes where several owners had said, well, at the end of the day, they're more interested in the wider business opportunities than they are in the needs of the wider game, wasn't it? It's like shocking. And they're all trying to figure out who the owner was that said that, but it's pretty obvious which one it was.
Blimey, Gav saying, blimey, Levy's got some balls. He's gone to the game tonight. Flipping heck. Mind you, there's no fans in there, is there?
Yeah.
There will be outside, like they'll all be at the ground.
We might get lynched on the way in then.
Yeah.
Something needs to change, you know. I just honestly think the game's got too big for its own good.
Yeah.
Personally. When you look at ticket prices and mate, you know, what is it? Nearly £100 now for a football shirt.
Yeah.
How much?
Nearly £100.
Well,
you get a football shirt, get it printed with whatever you want on it. And, yeah.
Mayhem saying, Panzer, to be honest, it's not that super a league. And then Plastic Monkey returns with, you're right, Andy, they wanted Liverpool.
Oh.
But I will say this, when they set that Super League up, Liverpool were one of the first ones drawn in there because we won the Champions League the most times, most European Cups and that. Most times.
Oh, is that what all them stars are, Dad, on your shirt?
Yeah. No, like the Man. Oh no, the Man City haven't got them, have they? No, sorry.
Spicy talk, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, Carol's saying, sorry, is there three of you on tonight, Colin and Dave?
We got Morgan Mountain in the background in the keeping an eye on the chat. Mike's in the back.
Yeah. I'm back here.
But yeah, I mean, it's a strange one, isn't it? The whole idea of it.
Yeah, you're right. Muse and Moore's in the background, aren't I?
Oh,
Lamekins. I mean, the thing about it and all with all of this is it just goes to show you how out of touch football has become with its support base.
Yeah. Carol saying, just seen model making Dave. Sorry, mate. Hello. And waved. And then she said, hi, Mike, and waved as well.
Paul's saying, I thought the stars on Liverpool shirts were for what they can do in McDonald's.
Yeah, well, that says a lot about the Tottenham shirts then, doesn't it? Having new stars on them.
Panzer says, I thought those stars were the number of models he's cheated on.
It's that fighting talk.
Wilbur's saying the container ship is looking great. Yeah, it's getting there, Wilms. It's one of them, you know. It's something different from the usual cars, bikes, and all of that lot. We just saw these and thought they was a bit different. So we build anything, Dave, don't we? Because we're idiots.
We'll have a go at anything. Well, I suppose you could draw the line at doing a Liverpool diorama.
Oi! What was the last for, was it?
That sounded like a wibble, that.
No, not a wibble.
Gav is saying they have got a giant cockerel on their shirts, no more to say. That's true. That is the one behind the curtain. He has all the controls and the boom mic. Yeah. Yeah, the rubbish microphone that Fox made me buy, the blue snowball, and yet it seems to pick everything up pretty well, doesn't it?
It does, actually. It seems to be doing a good enough job, doesn't it? It's funny, that.
Mind you, we know someone who's got a nice Yeti now, don't we, Colin?
Yes. Yes. Our friend's been on a splurge this week, hasn't he, mate?
Mm.
Oh, Chris, he's got a Yeti. He's got a C920 webcam.
Oh.
Has his new computer arrived today, Chris? That's the question.
He hasn't mentioned anything, so I take it's not. Carol said she loves seeing what you build.
Yeah, there's madness to my method, Wilms. I kind of, yeah.
And John Paul is saying, whatever you people do, don't buy the Lindbergh Dodge L700 kit. It's a piece of junk.
Oh, is it?
Really?
Bit shonky, is it, mate?
Yeah. And Carol saying, you're doing okay, bruv?
Yeah, not too bad. Ellen's recovering now from a surgery, Carol. She had her thumb, index finger and that finger fused because she's got chronic arthritis in both hands. So they've gone and cut down the fingers and taken bone out and put steel pins in. And so she's recovering from that. Me, I'm waiting to go in and have Goliath removed from me back. So
yeah,
we're all right. You know what it's like with the world being on fire and that, Wilms. We've all got to stay in, and we, you know, Carol's like me. She's got an impaired immune system. So even though we've been vaxxed, we've still got to be careful. So, yeah.
Well, Gav is saying Dad is like the Wizard of Oz, and Colin and Dave are illusions done with smoke and mirrors.
I'm the Tin Man, mate, because I've got so much metal in me. Dave can be the lion of courage.
Panzer saying we used to make Tottenham Hotspur books sold in their shop. We used to refer to them as the big blue something books. Carol's laughing at Gav's comment.
Yes, because Carol's a Chelsea supporter.
Oh, and Chris Conover says, yes, it's here, currently trying to set it up and cook a roast for the other half. See, men can multitask. Not very good, but they can multitask.
I've got to plead the fifth on that.
Yeah. John Paul saying nothing fits on the kit. Oh, dear. And your Carol's having her second jab on Saturday, Cole?
Oh, well done, Wilms. It's come around quick now. Wilms, isn't it, love?
Yeah, I got called for a month early for mine. because they had that many cancellations, they reckon. Muse is saying, "Chaos, get out of my brain. It's dangerous in there." Which, having known Muse for a number of years,
yeah, we can fully accept that.
Carol saying, "Sure, bruv. Hope to come and see you finally."
Yeah, like I say, Wilms, I'm due to get my second vax, and then as soon as that's done, I can, now that Helen's had her op, can go in and have Goliath sorted. And so, yeah, it's a bit hectic at the moment, but I'll keep you posted, love. We will get together.
Muse said she doesn't even go inside her own head unless she has to.
Yeah. Getting inside my head scares me sometimes.
And Panzer saying he's still waiting on NHS Scotland to contact him. I thought you were frontline, Panzer. Shouldn't you have had it? Because I'm sure he's frontline up there in Scotland. And Carol saying, "No worries at all, bruv." I just had a message to say you're live, Cole.
Have you?
Yeah, from YouTube, yeah.
Oh, that's handy to know, because I haven't had one yet. Fun in that, isn't it? Mind you, I don't suppose I would, but it's, yeah, it's on my channel, isn't it? Doofus.
It's funny that, because your viewing numbers have just shot up as well. So I imagine lots of others have just had notification that you're live.
Oh, bless.
Carol,
YouTube is a bit shonky at the moment.
Carol saying, "Is it the chat show on Sunday?"
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Sunday brunch, Wilms, is Sundays.
Yep.
That's where we do the gallery and just chitter-chatter. The shows that are on during the week is pretty much what started it. Is with the Sunday brunch, we pimp all the viewers and show their work, and a few people was asking, well, what do you guys do? Let's see what you can do, and let's, look at perhaps do a show where you're at the bench doing what you do. So that's what we do during the week. But on a Sunday, we sit there face to camera and just chat with the viewers and do our thing with them, So the Sunday show's all about you lovely people.
Yep. Carol said, "Okay, Uncle, we'll try and get on."
Yeah, no worries, Wilms. Like I say, real life and all of that, darling. You make sure you're okay first. You can always watch it back later. You don't have to be in live, do you, mate? Once the shows are done, they're just in the channel there in the live show section, and you can watch them at your leisure. See what us idiots get up to, eh?
Excuse me.
You're suitably excused, Dave. So I take it you're still cheating on your motorbike then, Dad, are you?
Oh, no, I'm sat here reading chat, mate. I'm not touching. I'm not
so
doing
you're not
anything.
dry brushing that engine then?
No.
No, he's dry brushing the handlebars.
No. What? Well, with this motorbike kit, you get a nice little machine gun, don't you?
Oh, what, the one that weathers itself?
Yeah, and paints itself.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just Panzer saying, "I'm one of those folks that the NHS seems to have forgotten. I'm currently waiting for old Nicola to announce that all of Scotland has been vaccinated. Then I shall bounce."
Yeah, Jimmy Cranky got his, didn't he?
Dave's in from Sprewing Glue.
Hello, Dave. You all right, mate?
Dave. And he said, "Can I ask, how did you decide what colours to paint the containers?"
By the box art, mate. That's the easiest answer I can give you. The box art had green, red, blue, white, yellow. So that's what I went with.
And I'm just
It
making
says
it up
looking.
as I go along.
It says looking for the instructions because I've now binned the box. Yeah, I am that man who keeps all these instruction sheets. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of what I went with. Someone's had a message from the dark side, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Carol saying incredible colours. Yeah, they certainly are.
Yeah, the other side's going to have custom decals put on with all our brands, our YouTube channel links and all of that lot. So this side is the side of not going to get seamless. So I might as well use these just to have something on the containers there. So.
Well, Gav saying whose phone has Yoda on it? It's not mine because mine's got Mandalorian on it.
Not guilty, mine's on silent.
So is it you then, Dave?
Yep.
Guilty
as charged.
Been caught out now, see? You didn't think that had been heard, did you?
Of course. Alexa, play Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. He had to rush, didn't he? Because he had left it on. Yes!
I did. I spun around that fast. Blood rushed to me head.
Did your hair wish like the Harmony Air advert?
What you like?
I use Timotei shampoo. My name is Mike, and I use Timotei.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, oh Lord. What we like. Bandai, Lee Stevenson says, have you seen that Bandai's announced that they're going to be doing the Mandalorian kits? Don't all sound pleased or whatever. Obviously, they're not happy with that announcement, Lee. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, mate. Look like interesting kits, mate. Is my microphone working?
Hi.
Oh, it is. Yeah. He's going to be doing the Mando kit and also 2 Razor Crest kits. Oh, look at that. Freya Panzer Koenig says, yeah, see, I told you earlier Dad was a Rick Astley fan. Absolutely. Wilma's saying, oh, no, Alexa. Absolutely. Did one get you again, did they?
I was on YouTube. I was watching a Foo Fighters concert, and they brought Rick Astley on to sing "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Oh no!
Yeah, the Foo Fighters of all people, mine.
Scam Modelling Chaos says I hadn't seen that about Bandai. He says Dad loves Rick, Brittany, and the Spice Girls. He does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Archie's in saying, "How is everyone? Fine and dandy, Archie. How you doing, mate?"
Hey, Archie's in.
Lee Stevenson says, yeah, the one group of people who thought would share my excitement. Absolutely, I did, Lee. I showed enthusiasm, even though the other 2 didn't even react with one iota.
I was caught doing a bit of domestic admin at that time on my phone. So, yeah, I made up, Lee. Yeah, I should definitely get the Razor Crest.
Yeah. There you go, Lee. See, we got there in the end, mate.
I won't get any because I don't know anything about it.
You don't have to, do you? It's a kit, you muppet. Anyway.
Brutal.
Graham from Max Models is in. So hiya, Colin, Dave and Dad. And evening, everyone in chat.
Hello, Graham. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Love you, Dave.
God, that was savage, Dave, wasn't it?
Oh no, Carl. He's having a moment.
Yeah. It's all right, Dave. Breathe through it, mate. Come on.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just waiting for a moment to get him back. That's right. Don't worry.
It will happen. It will happen.
As the saying goes, what goes around comes around.
Carol said Muppets with laughing emojis. And Scale Modelling Chaos is saying, wow, Dad, just wow.
Oh, he's brutal when he gets going.
And Max McGinn said it's getting a bit salty here. LOL. Yeah, I see even Lee Stevenson's on my side to you, Dave. It's a model kit. It comes in small parts and you put them together.
Really? I didn't know.
Who would have thought it, Dave?
And it it looks like a smaller version of a big thing, Dave, he said.
Never.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's witchcraft and tomfoolery there, isn't it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
That worked well cold, didn't it, mate?
Panzer said he would have shown his excitement, but he has no idea about the Mandalorian. Shame on you.
No, neither do I.
I was holding fruels while super gluing.
Oh.
And Lee Stevenson said, here endeth the lesson. Mandalorian. I will say to Panzer, did you used to enjoy the Clint Eastwood films? David Sprue and Glue saying it's getting a bit blue in here. Thanks, mate.
That
blue is Dave painting. Look at all that blue he's done there. He's done loads. Dave's not talking to me anymore.
No, I don't think he's happy, do you? Mind you, though, he has had his haircut.
Yeah.
And I've never had a perm.
Anyway, Graham at Max Model says, oh, Mandalorian kit, shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
James is in it. JC Bricks and Builds. Evening, Colin, Mike and gang.
Hello, James. All right.
Oh, James.
I think that's meant to be evening, Colin, Mike, Dave and gang.
Pardon, mate.
And Carol said, how long are you on for tonight?
We're on till 7, Carol, so we're on for another half hour, darling.
Oh, yeah, then James put on, I meant Dave.
Yeah, it has gone that quick again, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to get this little bit of the decals done, and then I shall come up and have a chat with you all before we go off here. So...
And Gav is saying, Dad, when you had your perm, were you rocking a shell suit as well? No. And I wasn't wandering around going, calm down, calm down.
Yes, you was. And I do believe he had a moustache.
So he was tashed and permed, really?
Yeah, he's not denying it, mate, is he?
No.
I can neither confirm nor deny that comment.
Oh, priceless. Stereotypical.
David Sprue Glue said, how's the wife, Colin?
She's all right, mate. She's a bit sore, but she's having a good old nag and moan and wibble and all of that lot. But, yeah, she's just frustrated because she doesn't like to burden other people by asking them to help her out. She's a very independent Scottish lady. Those of you that are Scottish will understand that. But no, she's all right. She's in good spirit. She's just a bit sore. And dare I say it, a bit keen to get back to normality as soon as. Which normally means picking on me. So...
Panzer saying, what channel is Mandalorian on? BBC 124, Scotland, ITV 234, channel 45444 plus 1, Disney. Disney Plus, mate. And before you say it, yes, you have got to pay for it. And all you got to do, mate, subscribe for a month and binge watch it. You will not be disappointed. If you like Clint Eastwood films, you will not be disappointed in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's very cleverly done, isn't it, on that front?
He is the space version of Clint Eastwood. He is.
Yeah.
And just had a message back from the Eagles, Colin, saying, yeah, he's good.
All right, that's brilliant news. We was getting a bit concerned about you, Lee, because we've not seen you about for a while. I don't know why I'm saying that, because he's not in the chat, is he?
No.
But yeah, if he's watching this back, yeah, we was a bit concerned about you, mate, and just thought we'd reach out and make sure you're okay. Because that's what we do in this community.
Yeah. I just hadn't heard from him for a little while, and I thought, strange, I wonder how Lee is, and sent him a message to ask.
Yeah. I mean, we was only saying last night we was getting a bit worried about young Archie there because we hadn't seen him in the chats for a couple of weeks, and Binkley pops in. So,
well, do you know what, Colin? After that conversation last night, I just went to see how many views we'd had on the Monday show.
Yeah.
And Archie was in the chat on Monday.
Oh, was he? Sorry, mate.
Yeah. But it's that thing again, isn't it, where you're trying to build and read chat and stuff, and
Yeah, but you get used to familiar names, don't you? And then when suddenly you don't see them, you start worrying about them. You know, I'm a terrible worrier. You know, if I don't see familiar people in the chat, I think, have I done something to upset them? Have I wound them up? Have I said something I shouldn't have done? And then I start brooding on it, and I get quite anxious about them.
Yeah. Panzer saying, Dad, I don't even have a satellite. You don't need one, mate. As long as you got a tablet, you can get the Disney app and you can get it on there. There's no excuse, Panzer. You got to get the Disney Plus and watch Mandalorian. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You tell him, Dad.
Yeah.
Do I need to issue a finger of shame?
If he hasn't got Disney, go ahead, Cole.
Shame.
Atul McNicholson saying afternoon to Colin Dave and Dad, care of Festa 67's workshop, and the big wolf from Hiker.
Hello, Atul. Hope you're doing all right. Woof woof back, and a treat issued to the dog.
And James at JC Bricks is saying, can't wait for season 3 of The Mandalorian. Going to be awesome. Yeah, got a few more spin-offs from that yet before that one comes out.
You know what that means, though, Dad? We're going to have to binge watch it again before season 3.
There
you go. That is the decals for the day on there, I think.
Graham at Mac Models has said, that's great advice from Dad, Panzer. It really is like a good Western set in space. Yep.
I'm happy with that.
Carol's gone, LOL, per me. Yeah, because I never read that comment out. I will read it, okay, because he took the time to type it in. This stream should be renamed in honor of a Clint Eastwood film, The Good, the Bad, and the Permy.
All I could say to that, Kaz, is do you remember when Mum suddenly thought she was an hairdresser and cut all our hair, love? Can you remember the scare cuts we all ended up having to go out with? Yeah.
Oh, were they bad then?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my mum's eyesight's that bad. Her glasses, when she puts them on, you get Ted Molt dropping a feather in front of them, mate. You know what I mean? They was that fit. And she thought she would try and save a few bob and give all us kids an haircut. And, mate, the state we all come out in, mate.
Oh.
And I can still see Wilma with her diagonal fringe going down the front of her head. It was, yeah. There she goes. Oh my God, I had no fringe. Honestly, Dave, do you remember them 70s? Do you remember Dave Hill out of Slade?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
she ended up looking like him, but it was diagonal. And we didn't mock her at all.
No, of course you didn't.
I think that's why my brother got his Henry Cooper left hook off of her, because I think he might have taken the mickey too much.
Ted Molt. There's a name.
Yeah. Panzer says you can wave that finger all you want. I prefer to build models than watch telly. Absolutely, mate. But you could have it on screen whilst building a model. There's a thought.
Could do.
Yeah. Chaos is saying, how long after that did you lose your hair? Well, there's a story to that, and I'll probably end up hearing her giggling next door. My missus used to work for a well-known hairdressing brand that sold their products to salons. That's all I can say.
Shoulders.
She got me this bottle of tonic that was apparently good for strengthening and conditioning your barnet. And I was religiously using it as per her request. And over a 4-month period, all my hair started falling out. So I went from having really long hair to suddenly looking like someone had pulled out large clumps of it. So I just picked it all off, mate. It's just standing joke with me and my missus when my boys see old photos. They go, oh, look, Dad with hair. And I'm like, yeah, I had hair until your mum got me that bottle of tonic. And Ellen sits there going, that's anything to do with me. Yeah, and Wilm's going, yeah, poor Colin. Yeah, it went so quick, Wilms, didn't it? My long, lustrous hair. And it did, Dave. It looked like I had big areas that have been yanked out the top of my head. Could have been alopecia, I suppose, but it just went like that. So there was no point. Ian Dalewaite says he must also need the finger of shame. He doesn't do film or TV. He's 58 years old. He's never seen Star Wars, Harry Potter, because I used to work daft hours in the hospitality trade. No, I don't think that's a finger of shame, really. Well, no, you get one for the Star Wars, the original 3. Finger of shame. Finger of shame. I've seen the original 3 Star Wars, but none of the others. Fox hates me because I have started Deep Space Nine and only got to 5th episode and not watched no more. I've never seen the original series of Star Trek. I've only seen the Next Generation.
Are you watching the original Star Trek?
No, I've never seen it, mate. Not watched an episode of it. I've seen some of the films, but not all of them.
Not seen much of the other Star Trek stuff.
Yeah. Sprue and Glue's got a question there. He says, any advice for the seam on the fuel tank for the motorcycle? Right. What I did 2 options, mate. I glued it together and let it set. And then I first of all went along with it with a bit of snot glue. But you can also use a bit of Contact to Professional and put it on so that it's raised above the plastic. And I let mine set for 24 hours and then sanded along it and just took it down layer by layer by layer and then polished it out. You still will end up with a bit of a stain where you've been along and done it, but it will smooth out. What did you use, Mike? Oh, he's muted his microphone. He could be on the phone still. Yeah, Mike did the same as well, mate. I've got my tank to hand. Let's just dig it out, mate.
I was just making the brew.
Sorry, mate. I was just going through the fuel tank with David at Sprue and Glue, saying what we'd done with ours. Saying it, although you end up with a stain, it is nice and smooth.
It's like a ghost semen that you end up with. Yeah. I just put the thick white in. I squeeze it tightly together so as I got a nice bead of plastic along the top. Left it 24 hours and then sanded it back and polished it.
Yeah. All right, mate. So hopefully give it a try. But there's a couple of methods there. But I use that like a welding glue for seams. I just go along it and I'll just put a raised bead all the way along the seam. Pardon me. When you first do it, it looks a bit messy because it's sticking up like a Brian Cobbler's thumb. But don't worry about that. Let it do its thing and let it set. And then just sand it, mate. And it'll flatten down and gradually polish out the seam. And then just go from very, very medium grit right the way up to 4,000 grit. You'll be fine. And I just did a little wet sand afterwards and buffed it up. And it's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Bob the Fish is in saying, what's up, peeps? Not a lot, mate. What's up? We've just been doing the container ships, mate. Bit of that. Have you some of that? You can find these not only in model shops, but up until you can find them stuck in canals. That's what I did there.
Mm.
He's also saying, okay, Cole, thank you very much. It's very therapeutic, man. Al Nickel says, like Ian, I've never seen Star Wars or this Mandalorian, and from what I've seen on YouTube, I'm not impressed. But I do watch Next Generation Star Trek. Yeah, for me, the Next Generation with Picard, Patrick Stewart, and Jonathan Frakes as William Riker, I just thought was brilliant. And I still, as I walk through doors, as I walk through them, And I labelled up the sport mode button on my Opel Monza with engage. And whenever we was at the lights, I'd say to my missus, engage. Have I said something wrong again?
You're so sad.
Why? Why am I sad? Do you know, if I could get a full-blown Picard uniform, I'd buy one. What? Well, I've got the haircut.
Oh, you probably could.
Yeah. I was thinking of getting that part work of the Enterprise, you know, the big one. But enough pricey, Dave.
Oh, no.
And then I'm looking at this thinking, yeah, my man cave would be taken up by that Enterprise.
The Enterprise, you know?
Yeah, Panzer says he tends to get the DVD box sets, and then as a huge binge watch, he shall hunt out the box sets of The Mad DeLorean.
Yeah. You doesn't have to get a box set of it and spend a fortune when you can get a month of Disney Plus and binge watch all that.
Well, we had this when we was watching Wentworth, weren't we? Because at first you could only get X amount of seasons, and then they put the last couple up. And yeah, you know, but when you look at the price of a box set, you know, they're not cheap, are they?
No, especially for the how many seasons? 8 seasons of Mandalorian.
Yeah. Do you want to come in, mate, whilst we're chatting? Because we're only chatting now, mate, for the last bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Look, it's the hairy one.
Have you took your scrunchie out, mate?
That baldy. Not you, Colin, Dave.
Dave, look at his wings. Look at his wings.
Stop it.
Yeah, don't turn right round, though, because they'll see your ponytail, mate, and we'll all mock you.
I was going to say, he flaps those wings any harder, he'd take off.
Innit, eh? Red Bull. Yeah. He's not laughing, Dave, is he?
Staring at you.
No, he should be Blue Ball gives you wings.
He's got a face like a slapped Harris, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Wilma's off. She says, bye all. See you later, Wilms. We're only on for another 20 minutes ourselves, darling. Lee Stevenson's asking whether I saw Picard and enjoyed it. Yeah, it was intriguing, wasn't it? It took me a little while to get into, and I was like, oh, and I persevered, but I'm glad I did, yeah. And it's a shame, innit, because you sit there and you notice how old they're all getting, because, you know, I watched TNG recently. The first episode, Escape the Far Point, and they just all looked so young. And then you see how long ago it was made, and you're like, yeah, it's me that's old now. Max Model saying bye to Kaz. Modelling Chaos, he says, I looked at getting the Bismarck from Agora until I worked out it cost over 300 more than Hachette charged, and it's the exact same kit. Yeah, do your shopping, do your little background research, because yeah, Muse is laughing out loud. Sprue and Glue says Dad's got wings. Yeah, look at him, eh? Oh, look, his little kiss curls. Oh, look at him.
Oi, Curly.
That's it.
Look at him, eh? He's had his hair cut a few days, and he's turned on you, isn't he, eh?
Come on, cocky now.
Yes, mate. Muse is saying at this point, Mike, just let it grow. It'll get long enough to be straight soon enough. Yeah, so she's got it sussed, mate. I mean, when he sat down earlier, I thought Willie Nelson had walked in. I asked him to play me a song. Yeah, I can't say what he called me, but me, nah, of course I didn't, Lee. I didn't cry at all, mate. I might have blubbed a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, is that Mandalorian?
No, it's Picard.
Oh, Picard. Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. He says he just caught sight of Dad out of the corner of his eye. It scared the living daylights out of him.
Yeah, ex-military. You see, it hasn't been this long for decades.
I've just been rivet counted there by David at Sprunglu. Encounter at Farpoint. All right, apologies for getting it wrong. Grammar police. Yeah, he's over there. Ha ha, says Muse.
Down there.
Yeah. He said, JC Brick says the part works does look great, but there's a lot of details that have been missed out, which is unfortunate for what you pay for in the end. That's the thing, isn't it? They go, oh yeah, it's the most authentic, but when you look at some of the plastic kits, you can actually add a lot more to them, can't you? So it's each to their own. Paul Lyons wants to have a go at you with his Bic, Dad.
Oh, hello. With this what?
Bic.
Oh, it's Bic. Right.
Yeah, you've been rude, didn't you?
Stop it.
Al says, this time next week, I'll have a sore arm again. Second jab to come. I'm so glad you typed that last bit in there, Al, because I was getting a bit concerned then as to whether to read the next bit out. Good luck with that, Al, mate. And yeah, you'll be all right, mate.
My second didn't have any side effects to the second one whatsoever. Not even a sore arm.
That just made you
I just had a localized dead arm feeling when I had my vax, mate. And yeah, it's. I think I got my latter part of next week or something like that. It's not that long a thing because some of us, they're rushing through now, aren't they? Because they've got some left over and they're like, yeah, let's just get the second vaccines done on the at risk, aren't they? And yeah. He says, I know, Dad, I'm just as bad, says Panzer.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's missed the chat. He's been busy and trying not to keel over in pain. Oh, bless him.
Oh, and he's been pulling weeds. That's why today.
Yeah, Muse is saying a razor. Yeah, laugh out loud. Or a lighter.
A lighter, yeah.
He's also saying, does Dad's shirt say Godfather or Grandfather? I think it says Grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
Because I'm the grandfather.
Modeling Chaos is saying a razor.
Yeah, I do know what a Bic is.
Max Models is saying his second one is on the 29th. This is it. A lot of us are coming up for our second vaxes now. They want to get mine done because they know I'm going in for an op. So, yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll speed it through so that we can get you in and get you done. So, pretty much that. So, that's the chat caught up with. So, do we do a Chris a favour and naff off a bit earlier? And Paul D. Tomato says his wife and the kids are all waiting to get their first vac. Really?
Yeah.
Is that because you're not got much cases out in Canada, or is that just that they're a little bit slow?
Well, our figures for this country today are 2 deaths.
Really?
Yeah, in the last 24 hours. But they said they're classed. It's weird how they word it now. They've not classed it as COVID death, but they've classed it as could be COVID related.
Yeah.
They've been so careful now, aren't they?
Well, the thing we've been doing in this country is we was on about this, weren't we, where how they've been classifying COVID-related illnesses and deaths.
Yeah.
If you get squashed by a bus and you had, and then they tested you and you tested positive for COVID, they would put that down as a COVID-related death. Well, you've not died from COVID; you've been run over, ain't you?
Exactly. That's, when Eileen was in the care room, that's what they. It came out then that if anybody passes away, then it's down as related COVID death, and I said they did not put her down as that.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the cases and the classifications we've been doing where it's been high is, someone might have had an operation and died from an embolism. But because they tested positive for COVID in post-mortem, they've been put down as a COVID-related death. And I find that a bit confusing, really.
Yeah, it's a bit like falsifying the figures.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's overinflated the figures almost, isn't it? Because a lot of these classifications, if they was rethought, it would probably be a lot lower. But yeah. Scale Model Muse, a friend of her uncle died of a heart attack. They put COVID on his death certificate. The man didn't even have the sniffles. Exactly.
Yeah, it's wrong.
One of my friends that sadly died, he had a brain hemorrhage. And again, the routine of, working with the body, they just done a routine swab and he was shown to have COVID. So they put it down as COVID. It's like, no, he died of a brain aneurysm.
No,
even his widow said that. She said, at the end of the day, he's died of a brain aneurysm, not COVID. So put that on his death certificate.
It's almost like they've used it as a cop-out. Just put it down as that and hide the figures for everything else.
Yes, he's saying that they've had a hard time to get shots here in Canada. And of course, I suppose as well, as the population's very widely spread out, isn't it, in Canada? Because it's quite a wilderness country as well, isn't it? So I hope it works out for you, though, mate. Because, Max Model saying, I'm sure she'll be fine at all. Just make sure it's not a warm day. If it is, leave her at home with someone else. This is the problem. Muse is saying when people later in generations to come do family history research to look into health issues, they're not going to know the truth because it's been
because it's all been
amended. Should we?
It's all been amalgamated into one. The world on fire and everyone that's died in the time of the world being on fire is all down to that.
I mean, is it because it's easier to put something down as COVID related than it is to go through all the PM procedure to find causation of death? I don't know.
That's why I insisted that Eileen's was put down as dementia related. I made sure the doctor put that on her, so I was not having COVID put down.
No,
because it wasn't.
Yeah. Muse is saying, it's been lied about, not amended. It's. I'm trying to word things very carefully, Muse, because obviously, we live in a libelous world, love. So I, as the host of the show, have to be quite guarded about how I word things, sweetheart. That's all it is. I'm just trying to prevent myself getting any issues. So I always say allegedly or hypothetically speaking because Max Model, she is a he when I'm out, so is he. Oh dear. Max Model saying got your owl, but it is strange, isn't it, how all of this is happening. I'll see what you're writing there, Muse, but I've got to be cautious, darling, as you know, because of legalities, love. Paul D. Tomato, number of cases seems to be rising, yet availability of the vax is limited. I'm sure we've got shipments here that we were sending out to Oz and Canada and South America, somewhere in South America we was going to send a load to. But Mayhem says, I heard with the jab that the harder the response with the vax, the better your immune system. Right. I think it's time for us to wrap up. Let you all go and have a quick cup of coffee and that, because I do believe the Ewok is on this evening, isn't he?
He is,
It is Wednesday, so our friend Chris over at Gross Models, who loves being called the Ewok, is on, and I think Ted's on later as well, isn't he?
No,
he's not on. No,
he's got having work done in the house or something, so he won't be on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, on that note, then we're going to love and leave you all. Thanks for joining us and keeping us company this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be doing a midweek show tonight late, but I shall be back on Friday with Fox at midnight for a Friday frolic. So I'll look forward to seeing you all then. I'll let Dave and Mike say their goodbyes.
Yeah, I will see you all on Sunday for the Sunday show. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.
And I'll see you in the back room on Friday night, no doubt.
No worries.
All being well.
Absolutely. So catch you all later, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.